Hello guys and welcome back to another video. So in the previous video we have seen how you can create a simple React app which was a basic user form which can take certain inputs and stores it in a state. So uh, in this video we are going to look at and extend the idea of React and see how you can create a basic profile page or a portfolio page using React. So some of the important concepts within React is uh, components, states, props, and the lifecycle which is involved uh, while rendering the entire page. So one of the main concepts of React is components. So when it comes to React, the entire page can be divided into components. So if you want to have some banner or about section or a contact form, it can be entirely divided into sections or components. Basically it is known as components. So uh, extending the idea of components, in this video we are going to see about how you can create a profile page or a portfolio page using just the concept of components. So basically you need very less idea about React uh, because components are the initial stage of React and you don't require much complex logical operation when it comes to making a static profile page, and you just need components. So I'll just show you stepwise how you can go with it. So as you have seen earlier, for creating a basic React app, you can select an IDE of your choice. Over here I'm using VS Code, which is much better when it comes to web development, and I've selected that. You can choose of IDE of your choice. So first of all, create an empty folder, name it whatever you want, and open it using VS Code, right? So once you open it using VS Code, I'll just delete it and I'll show you from here. So once you delete the once you open the folder in VS Code, the entire folder will be empty. So over here within the folder section, you can just click over here, open in terminal, and you can just type the command npx create uh, react app and the app name, for example profile page. So hit enter and you can see a bunch of dependencies being downloaded, that is node modules and some source packages and etc. Once it's done, your folder will be something like this over here on the left hand side over here, right? So your folder after hitting this command will look something like this. So this is how you can initially start with a basic React app, right? So after that, just open the source folder. Within the source folder, create a folder called components, because your entire page is going to be divided into components and we want to keep each and every component within a specific place. That is a components folder, right? And within that components folder you can also create a css folder basically, and within that folder you can have css files for each and individual components, like I've done over here. Or you can just place everything in one single css file, because it is a static page, so one css file is enough. So you can create a folder css, and within that you can create a main.css, uh, and also create some and you can also create another folder which can be set as a public, and within that you can put some images, and based on that you can create your entire profile. So this all are components basically, or child. So this is my header, banner, the contact information, the portfolio, the project section. The entire page has been divided into components. So I'll just show you the output. You will get a better idea when it's done. So I'll just show you the parent node, right? The parent and the child relationship is very important when it comes to React. And this is my parent, the development with app, and within that I have a header. This is my entire components, right? I've just imported, like I've shown you in the previous video, how can you export a specific class and import it in the parent component. So this is how you can import it, and down over here you can export it, export a specific component like this, right? So this is how you can import it, and within the parent component you just have to place it like this. Navbar, the arrangement is up to you, so you can place it however you want. So I've just placed it using header, navbar, then the banner, and some h1 tag, and this is hr. So basically hr is a basic simple line, horizontal line. You'll get it when I'll show you the output. And at last there is a contact component. So this is my entire page divided into components. So I'll just show the header. This is my header component. This is it. So within header I have a simple h1 tag with a class name. So when it comes to React, if you just type class like a normal HTML, it will show you some warning or something like that. So it is necessary, it is recommended to write class name and some class name again and a header. So this is my basic simple header component. I'm exporting it. Then comes the navbar. So within navbar I have a nav element, and within that nav element I have certain links, right? So I have home, contact, skills, and portfolio, and contact, and etc, etc. This is the icons basically which are used for showing those nav links. So this can be used by using the script tag in the header. So where you can place that, I'll just show you. So I'll just tell you where you can keep that. So you just need to go to the public section and index.html. So all your external CDNs, like if you want to import some icons, or if you want to import some fonts or something like that, you can place it in the index.html under the public folder. Everything should be placed inside the header. So this is where I keep all the fonts or icons which are necessary, because basically this is the page with which gets rendered at the end with this, within this. So this is like a main root or div. Within this you have the app component, and within that you have many children's. This is how the hierarchy of it works. And even you can provide a title over here. So this is one important file you need to make sure. If you want to attach any external file or CDNs or something like that, you can definitely place it inside the index.html, right? So let's move on to the banner. So this sorry, the navbar, right? So this was the navbar exported and imported in the parent component. Now coming to the banner. So here, so this is my banner section. Basically it has a ref and a pic basically, and some anchor tags and paragraph tags with some CSS. So when it comes to importing an image, you need to import as a specific image within the React component in this manner. So this is the variable, or this is the value. You can use it within the image tag, and you can import an image from the file from where you have stored. So in my case, I have stored in public and images. So this is my path for storing image. You can use an image via this method. So this is my banner section. This is then coming to portfolio. So this is some div, and this is another section basically showing my profile projects. Can use links like this. Again, for images, you are going to import it first and that use that variable like this. So be specific and be very sure when you're doing this, or you'll get definitely some errors. The code will be surely be it will be available in the description, so go ahead and fork that entire repo. And this is the project section similarly, and this is about, and this is for contact. In the contact section there is no form, so I'll be making a form in the future videos, so be stay tuned for that too. And yeah, this is some basic anchor tags showing some icons, Facebook icons. And so for Twitter, GitHub, Facebook and LinkedIn, we are similarly using that approach. You are using CDN, so go to the public folder, go to HTML, place that CDN over here, and you'll get the output over there. So this is how you can use that icon in the class directly like this, right? So this is it. This is the contact, and the entire concept can be made according to you, so you can fork it out and give your imagination. And this is it. So all my components are within this parent. So this is it. This is the entire code divided into components, and it for sure. And this is a CSS. This is a single CSS file. So what I've done is that I have kept some similar properties or class names, and I've provided some basic CSS, and this is a responsive site. So make sure that you also add some responsiveness to the navbar and everything that you are going to use when you're changing the width of a browser, or the using it on a mobile device. So how you can use that is just importing the CSS file in this manner. Import and the path of the CSS file. So basically my path is ./css dot main CSS. This is how you can import in every component. See, it is similar. You can also use individual CSS file for individual components, but just to make it easy, this was a better approach, I thought. So this is how you can use a CSS file. You don't have to name any variable over here, because the entire CSS is applied to the component. You are not applying anything specifically. If you want to be very specific, you can just change the CSS file for that specific component. So let me just change this. So this was the entire app, and the code will be surely be available in the description. And this is my folder structure, entirely divided into the page, and it is a responsive site because I have added media queries, and you can check that in the console dev tools. And yep, I'll just show the output now. npm start. So it will take some time. It is definitely taking some time. Okay, so it has loaded, and you can see because there is no internet right now, I'm not connected to internet. That is why the CDN is not working. I'll just show you in a bit. So this is the entire page. As you can see, this is the entire page, and if you console log it, though, so this is the error because of not fetching the CDNs over here. So I'll just be I can't see any okay, so I'm disconnected, and let's just refresh it, or just let's begin with Google search, I guess. Okay, so it's working, and I'll just refresh it. So as you can see, the icons too, because it is a CDN base. You will have to be connected to internet, right? So this is the website. So as I've told you, entire website has been divided as in components, and it works in single approach. So this is a component, this entire thing is a component, this is a component, this is a component, and this are some h1s which are within the parent. So you can directly enter tags within the parent. This is a component, this is an entire component, and this is a component as well. And you can see there, this navbar, I have kept it sticky, so when you scroll down, the navbar still it's there, and you can just click on it. You can go to the about, click on it, skills, project, contact, and home. So, and let's just see the responsiveness. So as you can see, it shrinks. So you can select some mobile options over here. Let's select S3, iPhone X. So it works fine, right? So yep, this was it. So based on your imagination, you can create your own content, and you can add more components to it. Basically, this is it. And one more thing, over here, if you click, you can directly send a mail to me. So this was one attribute which can be useful when you are contacting someone. So you can directly send a mail to the person's contact email ID, basically. So it is routing there. Basically, it's a link. You can check out the code for that. It is in the contact section, right? So over here you can see this is the code for it. You just need to href this entire thing with your email ID over here. You can directly send someone an mail. So this is the output, and there is a code. And in the next video, we'll be seeing some more interesting uh, applications of React and how you can use the idea of states and local storage and etc. So this was it for this video, guys. Stay tuned for more, and thanks for watching.